Caruso shouldn't be a problem. You don't use your feet in basketball, do you? I mean, that's the worst spot to get hurt. So hats off to Caruso for suiting up.
The way Mike said it, I thought they're going to give, I don't know, a jersey and have him go out there. All right, first possession of the game. We'll see how much energy this Portland team gets from the crowd as they are very into 14 on the shot clock.
We talk about their dynamic backcourt, but you mentioned Norman Powell. That's going to be a real tough cover for Kuz because he gives up the quickness. Powell's normally a guard having to play forward.
And Stu, he scores the basket. The 4-year UCLA Bruin. He's been dealing with a bit of a knee injury. In fact, he missed their game the other night. They routed Cleveland on Wednesday, 141 to 105. All right, Stu, this is not a great defensive Portland team, but they're one of the best offensive teams, as you've been talking about as we look at Frank Vogel. How does Frank and staff choreograph it to stop them defensively?
Well, obviously you've got to maintain possession of the ball, limit your turnovers, and then you have to make sure you're all collectively on the same page defensively as Caruso knocks down his first from behind the arc.
Do you try to get out and run a little bit more than normal? I know the Lakers like to do that anyway.
Well, yeah, but you got to turn them over to do that. You got to rebound and push. That way you don't have to worry about a traditional playmaker. You're out in transition, and it's always easier to score when you have a numbers advantage and the court is spread.
Well, and Portland doesn't turn it over much either. The Lakers just did with Kuzma, so it's going to be tough to turn it over. Very good ball security team, the Blazers, and Nurkic will have it out. There's Terry Stotts. Same records for these two teams. Again, whoever wins tonight will hold the advantage in the tie break. If that's how it winds up at the end of the regular season. We only got a week left. From the outside, that is Damian Lillard, who, as I mentioned, has really been on a tear the last 6 games.
And that time on the high screen, I mean, there was nobody there. He just pulled up. You've got to hedge out, make him either try to split it or just smother him and make him pick up his dribble.
That one's knocked away, poked away from.
It's a lot of, which they do anyhow, but a lot of short clocks.
That's going to be an illegal pick by Andre Drummond, as Kuz was trying to get in a position to beat the shot clock, and it'll be ball out of bounds and out of Portland.
And you've heard me say this a lot, but on the play where the shot clock was where it was there, Kuzma didn't have a choice. But normally you want to let that screener come to a stop before you try to run your man off of him.
No new news on Braun with that ankle injury, as this is long distance from Damian Lillard, chased down by Caruso. And of course, Schroeder is in COVID protocol, and THT is missing his 2nd game in a row. Kuzma baseline, he shot 19 field goal attempts last night, made 9 of them, scored 25 points, second most this year.
He's going to have to shoot 20 times tonight, because they're really going to be searching for some offense, especially in the half court.
Norman Powell traded for Gary Trent Jr., and that one dips in and comes out. Rebound Anthony Davis. Everybody saw it. Looked like he had an ankle turn, and that was going to be the reason he was going to be out, but it was the back that stiffened up later on in the game, and as you can see, he's good to go. Nearly 3 minutes into quarter number 1. First 2 games were split in Los Angeles. First week of the season, Portland won, then the Lakers won in February. The bounce to Nurkic. Reverse layup is good.
Good play by Dame Lillard. Just read the screen and little pocket bounce pass.
AD underneath, down he goes. Going to be a foul on the big fella, Nurkic.
AD got away.
Points, was 2 for 9 from the floor, played 9 minutes. Of course, he's still playing himself back in, getting that rhythm, which he saw. We saw that a couple of games ago, Stu.
Yeah,
he's probably
wasn't consistent from night in to night out. So, again, the conditioning factor, of course, not having his running mate LeBron out there to make things a lot easier for him. All of those things are taken into account.
Early going, Portland is 3 for 7. Lakers are 1 for 3. So already 4 more field goal attempts for the Blazers, and they have possession. It's been a lot of Damian Lillard so far. McCollum hasn't really gotten involved. Going to be off the hands of Powell and out of bounds, and the Lakers will take it.
Errant pass by Lillard that time, but he had the man open on the drive and kick, but Norman Powell just couldn't hang on to the ball.
This is one of the final games of the night in the NBA. 10 games in the association. big games for the Lakers or in the West, Cleveland and Dallas. That one's nearly done tonight. Denver at Utah, and the Knicks are at Phoenix. So a couple of big games in the conference. AD lean in, counterfeit go over. And the Lakers down by 2. And while we have a moment, here's a quick word from Jack. And the Schroeder scored 22 points after he returned from a 4-game absence. Braun had 28. Dame had 35 for the Blazers. Lakers broke open a close game in the 3rd. McCollum fumbled it around. Pretty good defense by the Lakers.
Yeah, that was just also bad read by Nurkic. He stayed too long. He should have opened the court up.
Well, Nurkic just throws it up and in with the scoop from about 10 feet away on the right wing.
I mean, when it first started the motion, I was thinking, what kind of shot is that? But obviously, he feels comfortable shooting that shot.
All right, throw out the field goal, the free throws. A field goal drought nearing 4 minutes for the Lakers, and another turnover. Here they come. It's 4 on 3. Stop and pop. McCollum not there. And the rebound to Drummond, who amazingly 2 games ago had 0 boards. Only the 2nd time for him.
That wasn't the first time his rookie season.
Yeah, added his rookie year. Kuz got to get a bounce himself, and the rebound to Covington. Covington, of course, who came over from Houston. Boy, you got to pick them up as soon as they come across the line. I mean, literally, and you mentioned it. Kuzma going to try it again, so a slow start for Kuz. He's 0 for 3.
And those are shots. Those are shots that, you know, they're open looks.
No defense, and Lillard takes it all the way to the cup and scores. Dame Lillard, at least 32 points in 3 out of the last 4. And just draining it from 3 during that process. Still, the drought continues as Caruso goes down. Powell's going to try one from 3. He's got it, and the Lakers need a timeout.